Welcome to the Mind Spark, bringing you the latest news from around the world. Manila in chaos. Gridlock paralyzes the capital. Every day millions of vehicles crawl through the city's arteries, turning commutes into hours-long ordeals. The blaring horns and frustrated faces are a daily symphony of a city stretched to its limits. Luzon plunged into darkness. Power grid fails again. Entire neighborhoods are left without light. Businesses grind to a halt, and families huddle together, waiting for the electricity to return. The uncertainty of when the next blackout will strike hangs over everyone. Pollution chokes cities, a health crisis looms. Thick smog blankets the skyline, forcing people to wear masks just to breathe. Hospitals fill with patients suffering from respiratory illnesses, and children grow up never knowing clean air. These aren't just headlines. They're the daily reality for millions of Filipinos. Every street, every neighborhood, every family feels the weight of these challenges. Every morning, the news paints a nation caught in a cycle of crisis. Stories of hardship and struggle dominate the airwaves, leaving many to wonder if things will ever improve. From Manila's crowded streets to remote islands, urgency fills the air. The sense of crisis is not confined to the capital. It stretches across the archipelago, touching urban and rural lives alike. People are tired, frustrated, and demanding real change. Protests erupt, voices rise, and the call for solutions grows louder with each passing day. A traffic jam isn't just an inconvenience, it's lost wages, missed opportunities, and time stolen from families. Parents miss their children's milestones, workers arrive late, and dreams are put on hold. Power outages shut down businesses, spoil food, and disrupt lives. The economic toll is immense and the emotional strain even greater. These aren't abstract problems, they're personal crises unfolding in homes and workplaces every day. Each blackout, each traffic jam, each breath of polluted air chips away at hope. The government, feeling the pressure, insists the time for small fixes is over. Leaders promise bold action, but skepticism remains high among the public. Now, a global superpower has stepped in, promising to build the future Filipinos have long dreamed of. Massive infrastructure projects are announced, and hope flickers anew. The nation holds its breath, wondering if this is the answer they've been waiting for. Will this partnership finally break the cycle, or is it just another promise in a long line of disappointments? For most Filipinos, the day starts before sunrise, long before the first rays of light touch the city. The air is still cool, and the streets are just beginning to stir as families prepare for another demanding day ahead. The reason? To beat the traffic beast that devours hours daily. Even before the sun rises, roads are already filling up, and lines for buses and jeepneys snake around corners. In Metro Manila, what should be a simple 30-minute commute can easily stretch to 3 grueling hours. People are packed shoulder to shoulder in buses, trains, and jeepneys, breathing in exhaust fumes and the stress of the daily grind. This daily battle drains not just time, but also health and productivity. By the time workers return home, they're exhausted, with little energy left for family, hobbies, or even rest. At home, the struggle continues. Power outages are common, spoiling food in refrigerators and disrupting work, school, and even the simplest family routines. Children try to finish homework by candlelight, while parents worry about the next blackout. Clean, reliable water is a daily challenge in many communities. Residents line up at communal pumps or store water in plastic containers, never certain when the next supply will come. The Philippines also suffers from slow, expensive internet, a major handicap in today's digital world. Students crowd into internet cafes, hoping for a stable connection, while businesses struggle to compete globally. Pollution from relentless traffic and poor waste management leads to rising health problems, especially for children and the elderly. The air is thick with smog, and masks have become a daily necessity for many. The evidence of environmental decay is everywhere, from smoggy skylines that hide the sun, to plastic-choked rivers and polluted waterways that threaten both nature and livelihoods. Filipinos are famously resilient, always finding ways to smile and help each other, even in the toughest conditions. But there's a growing sense that resilience shouldn't mean simply enduring problems that could be solved. People want more than just survival. They want efficient transport, stable electricity, clean air, and fast internet. These are the basics of a modern society, and the dream of a better future. This deep yearning for a better life is driving communities, leaders, and innovators to search for dramatic, game-changing solutions. The hope is that one day, daily struggles will give way to opportunity, progress, and a brighter tomorrow. Traffic, power failures, and pollution are symptoms of a deeper problem, a massive infrastructure gap. Decades of underinvestment mean roads, bridges, and power plants can't keep up with a booming population. The system is overwhelmed, like a house built for a small family now crowded with many generations. Funding is tight, and projects are delayed by bureaucracy and political turnover. Many plans never leave the drawing board, stalling progress and growth. Businesses face high costs and unreliable services, making the country less competitive. Foreign investors hesitate, and job opportunities are lost. The dream of becoming a regional hub remains out of reach without foundational infrastructure. This failure has created a political vacuum, fueling public demand for an infrastructure golden age. Now a dramatic new proposal promises to build big and fast, offering a potential shortcut out of stagnation. Into this landscape steps China, offering its Belt and Road Initiative, a global network of roads, railways, and ports. For the Philippines, hungry for development, the BRI is a tempting lifeline: massive funding, technical expertise, and rapid construction. China's offer isn't just a bridge or a road, it's a package that could transform the nation. New railways, modern ports, and advanced telecoms are all on the table. Chinese companies are known for speed, often finishing projects in record time. Unlike Western aid, BRI loans are fast and decisive, with fewer conditions. This marks a turning point, a chance to leapfrog decades of slow progress. But is this the solution the country needs, or a deal with hidden costs? The BRI's promises are dazzling: jobs, faster travel, booming trade, and a higher standard of living. But the risks are real. The projects are funded by loans, not grants. If they don't pay off, the country could face crippling debt. Other nations like Sri Lanka have lost control of key assets after failing to repay Chinese loans. Deals are often made behind closed doors, raising fears of corruption and lack of transparency. Many high-skilled jobs go to imported Chinese workers, limiting local benefits. Rapid construction can mean environmental damage and displacement of communities. The challenge: secure the benefits while fiercely protecting national interests. The government must demand transparency, local jobs, and strict environmental standards. It's a high-stakes gamble. Progress or painful regret hangs in the balance. Embracing China's Belt and Road Initiative marks a significant turning point in Philippine foreign policy, especially considering its deep-rooted alliance with the United States. This move signals a willingness to diversify partnerships and explore new avenues for national growth, even if it means stepping outside the comfort zone of traditional allies. For more than a century, the United States has been the Philippines' primary partner in defense, trade, and development. This relationship is built on a foundation of shared history, cultural ties, and common values dating back to the early 20th century. American influence is visible in many aspects of Filipino society, from language and education to governance and military cooperation. American aid has long focused on strengthening governance, improving health systems, and expanding educational opportunities. However, this support often comes with expectations: promoting democracy, upholding human rights, and maintaining transparency. These conditions can sometimes feel restrictive to local leaders seeking more autonomy. In contrast, China's approach is markedly different. It offers large-scale economic deals and infrastructure investments with minimal political strings attached. The focus is on rapid development, building roads, bridges, and railways, rather than influencing internal policies or governance. For some Filipino leaders, this model is highly attractive. It promises visible progress and economic growth without the pressure of meeting Western standards or enduring lectures on internal affairs. The appeal of quick results and fewer conditions is hard to ignore. Yet the United States remains the Philippines' most important security partner, especially in the contested waters of the South China Sea. American military support and joint exercises provide a crucial deterrent against external threats, but the U.S. cannot always match the sheer scale and speed of China's economic investments. This leaves the Philippines at a crossroads, relying on the U.S. for security and stability while looking to China for economic growth and infrastructure development. The nation must weigh the benefits and risks of each relationship carefully. Leaning too far toward either side could mean alienating a powerful partner or missing out on vital opportunities for progress. The stakes are high, and every decision carries long-term consequences for the country's future. Navigating this complex landscape requires a careful, multi-aligned strategy, one that seeks to maximize the benefits from both the U.S. and China, while minimizing potential risks and maintaining national sovereignty. It's a delicate balancing act, with the nation's future and prosperity hanging in the balance. The choices made today will shape the Philippines for generations to come. The Philippine government is walking a diplomatic tightrope between the US and China. The official strategy, and independent foreign policy, engage all nations based on national interest, not old alliances. In practice, this means welcoming Chinese investment for infrastructure while strengthening military ties with the US. Both superpowers view each other's influence in the Philippines with suspicion. The US worries about Chinese-built ports and telecoms. China eyes US-Philippine military cooperation warily. The Philippines risks being pressured to choose sides. Success depends on skilled negotiation, fair loan terms, and transparency with China, reaffirmed defense with the US. One misstep could have serious economic or security consequences. The goal, a modern economy and a secure nation, benefiting from both partnerships. Whether this balancing act can last is one of the nation's biggest questions. Beyond geopolitics, ordinary Filipinos hope for jobs, better commutes, and a higher quality of life. They want infrastructure projects to hire local workers and build local skills. A new train line means more time with family. Reliable power means uninterrupted study and business. Clean water and air mean healthier lives. The real test of this partnership is whether it makes daily life better for everyone. People demand transparency and good governance. No secret deals, no shortcuts. They want projects built to high standards with environmental and community protections. Progress must be inclusive, sustainable, and fair. The future depends on wise choices and strong leadership, putting Filipino interests first. With careful planning, today's hardships can become tomorrow's story of pride and prosperity.